Welcome to Autism Knows No Borders. Discover what's possible when people impacted by autism inspire change and build community. Together with the Global Autism Project, here's your host, Rachel Harmon.
Hello, everyone. These next two episodes will highlight our Global Autism Project partner site, ASHA, from Bangalore, India. ASHA means hope in their local language, and it also stands for Academy for Severe Handicaps and Autism. The Global Autism Project has been partners with ASHA since 2018. For almost 20 years, the Global Autism Project has been providing sustainable clinical, administrative, and leadership training to autism centers around the world seeking guidance. Our SkillCorps volunteer program has been an opportunity for self-advocates and professionals to travel to our international partner sites and collaborate with their local teachers and therapists. If you follow our work closely, you may already know that last October, we sent 8 teams back in the field for the first time since the start of the pandemic. We were thrilled to see our partners all over the world again. I led our SkillCorps trip to ASHA and documented some moments throughout the trip. In today's episode, you'll hear from a few of ASHA's staff, and next week, you'll hear from our SkillCorps volunteers. As the Global Autism Project continues to evolve and innovate, so does our SkillCorps program. We've co-created something new and exciting with our community, and we'll be making some big changes to trips this year. If you'd like to be the first to know what SkillCorps will look like in 2023, make sure to join our waitlist at skillcorps.globalautismproject.org. You can find the link in our show notes. In today's episode, you'll hear excerpts from conversations about services provided at ASHA, collaboration among local staff, and teaching Indian culture through art, music, and dance. In this episode, discover what's possible when every child becomes your own. We appreciate your time. If you enjoy this podcast and you'd like to support our mission, please take just a few seconds to share it with one person who you think will find value in it too. You can also follow us on Instagram at Autism Podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Global Autism Project, and join our online community on Mighty Networks at community.globalautismproject.org. And now, I present you our Global Autism partners at ASHA. This is our Global Autism Project partner and founder of ASHA, Jayshree Ramesh.
I'm Jayshree Ramesh. I am the director of ASHA, which is Academy for Severe Handicaps and Autism. And right now, we are speaking to you from here.
Yeah, we're so excited. Our team has been here for the last 2 weeks, and today is our last day. We have to go. We're so sad. Everyone just wishes we could stay another week. So, Jayshree, our original interview was recorded in July of 2021. So I just wanted to check back in on how your perspectives on the work you're doing at ASHA have changed since our last interview.
I think the pandemic gave us quite a bit to think about, and also gave us an insight that we can probably reach out to more people through the online platforms in terms of spreading the message or talking about autism at the basic level, bringing out issues that families and other school teachers and parents have. And also, I think it helped us link up with a few other organizations not in Bangalore, but just outside of Bangalore, where there are not many services. And so I think that's a good connect that happened. The downside of what we are seeing after the students have returned, the children have come back, is I think many of the families are still struggling to settle back. And I think the health issues are a major concern. Either it is for the parent themselves or for the children, or if there are other elderly people at home. I think the day-to-day life is still yet, we have not come back, in full form, and we hope, in the next quarter or end of the year we should. And we've been talking to physicians and other medical fraternity to figure out what's actually going on. And basically, we hear that one is, of course, the 2 years gap that children had and no exposure, to other things. So their immunity levels are also a little low. So they are getting more sick once they are out in the school environment. And the fear of COVID is also kind of not so much now, but earlier it was there, preventing people from getting together. So not much had happened. But I think it's a phase when we're transitioning, and hopefully, when the weather is a little better, the sun is up, things will good. But I think we've learned a few good lessons, and we may change a little bit, of the work that we are doing.
Yeah. I think we're all hopeful right now, just across the world, that the cases are going down, and so hopefully people can get back to some kind of normal routine. We know that this has been really challenging for people, especially families with autism.
Sure.
Yeah,
I know, but the good thing is, see, that you are able to travel. The SkillCorps is able to travel, and we've been able to also travel. So there's hope, and there's excitement that things can come back again.
Yeah. And we learned this trip that ASHA means hope.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Jayshree, tell us about your current projects.
This year, apart from the regular work that we have been doing, there were some other, few things that we had tried before the pandemic and really not taken it forward. One is we are trying to see how AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, use of social robotics will help. So there's a premier science institute in Bangalore, and they are very keen to bring in the knowledge. And we have just started the work. So that is one area that we want to focus on. Being in Bangalore, being exposed to technology, I don't see any reason why autism should, stay behind in all of this. So when people are willing to help, we don't know the answers to a whole lot, but we have the medical fraternity plus the technology specialists and us together working on that. So we're very excited to see whether, even if there will be a small change. And this is more also, one is expose the children, so the children get interested in learning, but also whether it can create a support for the teacher to make sure that their stress levels are down, but they have a way or device or a support to help take their work forward. So we are working on that, and I can put out some more information maybe in a couple of weeks.
Okay, great.
The other thing that we are trying to do is a few of our students, we are trying to get them to meet children from the mainstream school regularly to help them develop their social skills and better adjust in a larger group, with the hope that many of them may also then be able to go to a mainstream school, if not this term, but maybe in a year's time. And we found another school that works for children from the underprivileged backgrounds, and they have agreed to be our partners, and they come regularly. So we run this program on every Saturday, where children get to do something fun. It's not so much designed specifically in terms of the structure and thing for autism. It's a little more open-ended to see how our kids will fit. But there is support from the teachers to manage them, and we have a whole lot of activities planned, and it will run for about 6 months, and it's a funded program. So we're very excited to bring that energy into it, and families are very grateful because their children get another 3 hours on Saturdays, which was not there earlier, and they see a lot of benefit. And originally we had planned that we'll also have children with hearing impairment.
Okay.
In the group. The selection hadn't happened, but now we are very lucky. We've got 5 kids, and so the next couple of months we'll also have that group with us. So I'm very excited because I've not worked with that group, and I'm very excited to see how that will go. And there's a lot of learning that can happen with children with hearing impairment and autism because both of them have a lot of communication challenges. So some of the things we may have to structure our activities more and bring in more visual communication and methods even to help those kids. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to be able to attend one of the social skills groups last Saturday. It was so cool to see all of the kids engaged. Another thing that we were impressed by is how you tie culture into everything that you're doing here at ASHA. Also, I want to point out that your daughter was leading the social skills group, and I didn't know it was your daughter at first. So I walked in and I'm like, oh, this woman is like really, she has like a presence, you know, she knows how to engage the students. She is so fun, and it just made all the sense at the end when you said, this is my daughter. I'm like, oh, yes, of course, this is your daughter.
So she's my first child and Asha is my second. So they've kind of grown up together. So she knows Asha from the very beginning. So she's been associated one way or the other. I'm so glad that they're doing it because we need the expertise of young people to come in. Otherwise, it's just our teachers doing everything. It becomes very difficult. So you need more hands, more ideas. So,
and it was also the day of the Diwali celebration for all of the staff and the parents, and we were able to participate in that too. So
painting the diyas, we should take him home.
And it was also cool for the team, our SkillCorps team, to see throughout the week all of the different group activities that you guys are doing here. So like art and music and dance, and you're teaching the culture in more of these non-conventional ways. And it's also showing us how important culture is to you. Do you want to elaborate more on that?
Basically, see, India stems from there. It's a culture-rich society, and all of these cultural activities help bring people together. They bind people together. And unfortunately, what is happening in this age of globalization and family structure breaking down and more urbanization, families are smaller, so they are not getting together as often as we did when we were growing up. And one way, especially for our children, is if we don't expose them to different spaces, different activities, and different means, how can we expect them to manage as they get older? And since it's so much in us already, visiting a temple, and we have so many festivals, especially starting from about August till October, there's so many things. And each one, of course, the broader perspective is, of course, you're seeking blessings of the universe to do whatever you're doing. That is the way. But all of them bring in so much color, so much food, music, dance. So I feel, otherwise we get so much into just understanding autism and getting, down and saying how are we going to manage the children's behavior, and there's no life. So we are telling parents, get together, have fun. When you have fun, there is more energy, and your children can feel it, they can see it, and you feel that you're not alone in any of this. There's always somebody to support you. So we encourage participation of parents everywhere. So Diwali was one. We did it even before Diwali. There was another one where parents were involved, and now we will do one for Christmas too. So with the kids. But at the back of everything, the teacher would have done some lessons on what to expect and what it is about, and children do artwork, based on that event, and so there is learning, happening, and they see this in the environment. Like Diwali, in every household, you will see them lighting lamps and making the sweets and stuff, so the children can, understand what is going on. So this is like a training ground. And less stress for the families because they all come together and have some fun. But we do plan these, and minimum of 3 or 4 such events happen every year.
That's great, especially coming from the U.S. where we don't have so much history. And like the bigger holidays, 4th of July or something like that. Maybe some Christmas some people who celebrate Christmas, but we don't have this shared kind of camaraderie, like a brotherhood in a way of that culture. And maybe it's going to change into something else, whatever that means for the U.S. But here, coming to India, it's just been such a treat, to be here, especially at this time of the year. So thank you for letting us celebrate with you.
At all. It's great to have visitors because it ups our energy too. So we get to do something different.
Okay, Jayshree, so what are your goals for the future?
Like everywhere else, I think disability issues, special education, still doesn't get a lot of attention. India is changing in a way because we have some new laws coming in, which is talking of a total different education policy for all children coming into the school. And they are also looking at making inclusive education a possibility. So there is some push from the law and the policy side. So there's a language has started to change. But it's a long way to go because, on the ground, you need people who are aware, people who know what to expect when you have a child with a learning problem in the class. One area I think we would really like to work on is, one, create a lot of awareness with very specific targeted groups. Like if we say all teachers who are in mainstream schools, who work for children especially, it's up to the age of 10, must know about disabilities. So then how do you make that possible? So it's okay for us to go and do a one-off event in a particular school, but that's not going to give us the result. It has to become a regular campaign kind of a mode, which we have to engage. And there I think we'll have to also work with the government. It may not be possible for us to do on our own. So the government is also doing a lot of training. We've been invited to talk about autism in those trainings when they do it for the officials and stuff. So, but we also need to make that a standard practice so that every teacher who's coming out, till the teacher training programs itself change, we have a lot of work to do in terms of, one is orienting and creating awareness. There is a serious lack of trained personnel. And Bangalore is fortunate. Cities like Bangalore, the metros, the urban areas, many of them have schools and have people. But if you just go even 100 kilometers away from Bangalore, you will find that you will not even find one trained teacher for autism. So we are in a dire need to get out there and help people understand, talk to parents, and get parents in schools to work together. So that I think is going to be the focus for us in the next maybe a decade. I don't know. It's a long haul because we have to now. That's why I said pandemic has taught us. Now we know, sitting in Bangalore, I can still reach out to teachers in different cities. I don't always have to go and visit, but if I just make a visit once a year and I've established the connect, I can continue to provide that. And if my staff, at least a few of them, 10 or 15 of them, go through a certified master trainer program to say, yes, now you're ready, and you can go and talk to the other schools and other teachers and help them out. My staff are ready, and they speak the local language. They know their subject matter pretty much. It's just that we have to now create the opportunities for them to go and work. So I see what Molly is doing at the international level. This can become the same model at the local level. So I just want to see India, and we are in Karnataka state. And Karnataka state uses Kannada as the language, the local language. So even for our state, which has some 30 odd districts, if we are able to reach out and train people in these districts, I think job is done. That's what we want to do. So next, I think, we want to really focus on that. And have some foot soldiers who are ready, and send them out to with this information.
That's doable.
Yes, doable. Absolutely doable. It just needs dedicated time.
Right.
And somebody who will vet the content and say, this is what, should be given. And just put a few of our teachers through some rigorous month-long training. And
Yeah. Well, you've created something so important here for your community already. And I know, has it been almost 20 years now,
Yeah,
Asha?
27 actually.
27 years. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah,
You've kind of mobilized some parents to come together to support it. It really is like, that saying it takes a village, and how people take care of each other's kids. That's what's happening here. It's so beautiful to see. I was actually sharing with the team last night about how I really admire your leadership style, because I can see it now. I mean, I met you before once at Global Summit, and I think we even talked about your leadership style in our last podcast interview, but now I see it. And I see how the staff interact with you, and that you lead not from a place of like dominance and power, but it's like guidance and support to just empower other people. And there's many staff here who have been with you since the beginning, or since the early days.
Many of them.
And it's because they follow what you believe in, because they believe in it too. So these goals that you have for the future, that's why I say they're doable, because you are the one that's actually leading the movement.
Yeah, I mean, it's, to be honest, it's so much fun when you're part of the group and you're not kind of leading from the outside, because you stand to gain so much. Even if I take a good break, which I did recently, I know things will work out, and I'm not worried, because I know they know what to do.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of hands-on experiences in working together, and the idea is that they see value in helping a family. So that is most important. So when they have internalized that, then I think there are some amazing stories. The teachers have gone into the homes to take care of the kids when parents needed help because somebody was in the hospital, or on happier occasions when there was a wedding or something and they couldn't leave this kid, And even today, for families who've moved on, they are in touch with our staff and they will call and say, I need help, can you come?
Yeah.
And the minute that happens, they will, the teacher will check with me, and, I said, these are kids who have gone out of our program. They're still like family, so.
Yeah.
So just yesterday also it happened. Somebody, she's now an adult, but the mom needed help and they called one teacher from here. So the parents also believe the, staff here in ASHA. They say they know this stuff and they know they mean well.
Right.
So that, I think, is the biggest, benefit for us. Because it's not about money, because there's not a lot of money. If you even check with them, they are paid so poorly.
Yeah.
It's difficult for them to even run their homes many times. So, but the system is such that, we can't promise, something very big, and then if you don't deliver, it becomes a problem.
Right.
So, but we want them to be consistent, and we want to provide that kind of support. Yeah, I think the parent movement, if it gets a little bit stronger, then I think you will just see a boom.
Yeah.
Because parents are now realizing that they have the capacity, they're professionals in many fields, but they're not investing that knowledge or that way of work for their kids. This is what I'm now trying to tell the parents, is that how to manage finances. You can be a good PR person. You are very talented. You're an entrepreneur in your thing. So use some of that to see what can be there for your future, for your kids. So trying to get them to start an economic activity together, so that it will benefit themselves and their children.
Yeah.
So that's another angle we're working on now.
Great. Okay, Jayshree, last question. You were talking about reaching out to different centers kind of outside of Bangalore. What advice would you give to some of those leaders who are starting out their businesses and their centers? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I know. They do come and check with me and ask for my guidance. 2 or 3 things that we say are non-negotiables is, one, you have to go by the law. So first is get your office right, your administration right, whatever registrations and other things, whatever filings you have to do with the government, because we don't want to land into trouble anywhere. So get that right first. And then second is that your biggest support and the biggest benefit would be to invest in your staff. You have to have trained people, because once you have a trained team, half your battle is won. Because then the parents will come, because they know that this is a place that you will get some help. You may not be able to deliver 100%, but they know that you're going to be trying and you're going to do everything, to help their kids. So invest in your teachers, let them learn continuously. You have to upgrade their skills. Third is work with your community, because you can't survive alone. So whether it's another social organization, or it is a local government department, or it's a regular school that is there within your vicinity, empower your parents also to go and speak, but you also make the connect happen so that they are there to help you, and then partnerships can develop. So otherwise, see, we are still a small percentage compared to the huge population, right? Especially for India. So we can't just say we'll only work for autism and not do other things. We're still going to be so small. They may say, you're doing great work, you're taking care of kids with disability, but nothing will translate into an action if we are not partnering with them. So you have to work with the things. So then it's more fun. New ideas, new ways of doing things.
Yeah, collaboration is
Yes,
key.
collaboration is absolutely the key.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Jayshree. This has been lovely to catch up with you again.
And special message to Molly. Please have a regional office of GAP here in Bangalore.
A huge thank you to Jayshree and the staff at ASHA for extending the warmest hospitality to us. Here's a clip from the social skills group that Jayshree mentioned. There are over 60 students at ASHA, aging from about 2 to 17 years old. Their 30 teachers and specialized therapists are all dedicated to providing them with the best education and services possible. Here's Kavita, a special educator at ASHA.
I'm Kavita. I'm working since 2007 in ASHA. Maybe this is my 16th year.
Wow.
Okay, I'm a special educator here. I have two sons. My elder son is doing engineering, and my second son is doing BCA 4th SEM.
Okay.
That's it.
Great. So why did you start working with autistic children?
First of all, I don't know about autism. I was sitting at home after my sons go to school, so I left alone. So I thought, let me go and check here. So once I came here, I got a government job, but I didn't go there because the attachment towards the kids has that much impact on me, so I couldn't take up government job. So I'm continuing here only.
Okay.
I have more attachment with the kids than my own sons.
Okay. What is it about autistic children that you like?
They are very caring, actually. They are very caring than my own children.
Okay. So at the Global Autism Project, something that we like to talk about is your passion station.
Okay.
And this is a moment, could be a child or a family, something that happened that reminds you why you love the work that you do. And sometimes when we're feeling kind of overwhelmed or like burnt out from work, it's good to remember your passion station because you refuel your passion.
Correct.
It's like a reminder of why you're doing this, why you're in the field. So, Kavita, what is your passion station? Do you have a special memory that you'd like to share?
6 years back, we had a child like Atmik. He's very caring, actually. He was very close to me. If I cough, he will come to me, he will comfort me. Okay, it's okay. So he will get water for me.
Aww.
He made me drink water and he soothes me like a mother.
Oh, yeah.
So that much caring he did. And before him, one more child was there. He's also same thing. At home, if I cough, my own children won't bring water. But these kids, they will get water. They will rub our back. It's like a mother. I don't know, they don't know about emotions. But during that time, they make us feel like very emotional. That's the thing I relate to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a special moment for you.
Yes.
Okay.
When he gave water me, that time is a special moment.
Yeah, great. What is your experience working at ASHA and with the different staff here?
With the
The staff.
We have a good teamwork. All are very friendly. So we help each other. So it's like a family, extended family. ASHA teachers are extended family. Management is very good, very helping, very caring.
Yeah.
So it's like a family. It's not like a staff or what friendship. It's like a family, like own brothers and sisters. We are like that.
Okay. What advice would you give to other teachers?
We should have patience. First and foremost thing, we should have patience, and we should do consistently what we are doing. And we shouldn't stop in the middle. When the child doesn't do, it's okay. Tomorrow it doesn't do, next day he will do it. So we should consistently, we have to go on a right path. That's the thing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kavita.
While many teachers have been involved with ASHA for years, being that some are also parents of students at the school, a few teachers are still in the early years of their careers. Here's Prajwala, a teacher's assistant at ASHA.
I'm Prajwala. I completed my bachelor's in triple major psychology, economics, and sociology in this June. After that, I did 1 month internship at a special school called ASHA, Academy for Severe Handicaps and Autism. After doing the internship, I felt it interesting and applied for job, and I'm working over here from past 1.5 months.
1.5 months. Great. Okay.
Yes.
So why are you passionate about working with autistic children?
I feel it is very rewarding, and it is a space where you will have a lot of human interaction. I prefer a job which has human interaction rather than conversing with the computer. So I work on the cognition related activities for the kids whom I work with now. And it's been 1 month that I'm working on them with respect to the short-term goals. When the teacher had come for reviewing them, they did so well, and I felt very happy. That also inspires me. When they do everything well, that's rewarding to me, right? So
Yeah.
I felt happy at that time.
Yeah, great. So this is one of the things that you do in the classroom, or one of your jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that inspires me to work here.
Yeah, yeah. It's really rewarding when you can see the progress that the kids are making.
From the beginning, I like spending time with kids, and this is a place where I can work on them, right? And if I'm part of their betterment, then I'll really feel happy about it. That makes me motivated to be in this field.
Great. Did you know about autism much before coming here?
During my college, my elective subject was educational psychology, so in that it was a part of learning disability.
Okay.
Autism comes under learning disabilities.
Yeah. What have you learned about autism that you didn't learn from school after working here?
Many things. That was just a basic thing which I learned when I was in my college. You can become really good friends with them. I didn't know that before. And you can, if you work on them sincerely and build a rapport, then you can develop their skills. It's not that difficult. After you know the strategies through which you can approach them, it becomes little easier. I didn't know that before.
Great. And what do your friends and family think about your job?
They feel that I'm doing a job which is less qualified for my degree. Yeah, so they're not that satisfied. But few people, they appreciate me and they feel proud about me. This is still the beginning, right? And I'm still learning the work. I look forward to doing some course which is related to this field so that I can use all of my potential to invest here.
What are your future goals?
As of now, I have still not decided about it. I'm thinking to do a course which is in this field only.
So you're still trying to figure it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to know the work better over here by working with them.
Got it. And what advice would you give to other people who are considering working with autistic children?
They'll have to have a lot of patience, obviously, and they should be passionate about it, or else they'll get bored after some time. They may get frustrated. You need to portray that you are blank. If you are really filled up in your brain, then you can't work properly with these kids. and they are good with reading your expressions, face reading, all of that. So you need to be an actor also. That is what I feel. Because I'm a very expressive person, I'm still feeling it difficult when I'm confused about behaving in a certain way with a kid. I need to keep my expressions. I should be aware of what I am expressing, right? Yeah, so you need to be good actor also. That's what I feel.
ASHA provides specialized therapies for their students, including music therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy, to name a few. It was so inspiring to see all of their students engaged and having fun while learning. Here's a clip from a music therapy session. Here's Shubhra, a speech and language pathologist at ASHA.
I'm Shubhra. I work here in ASHA school. I've been working here as a speech therapist for past 3 years. Earlier to this, I've worked in other clinics as well as in other special schools in Bangalore. And you want to know more?
That's okay. Great. So, how did you get into this field, and why do you like working with the autistic population?
Well, I came into this field was because of my mom. She knew about this field way more than I did when I joined in. And from there, the journey began of learning different speech and language disorders. I had my fair share with academics in both adult language as well as childhood language. And I felt I wanted to make a difference in a child's life, in anybody's life across their lifespan. So after 5 years of working in academics, I realized that I wasn't hands-on in contributing into their lives. So I decided to become an independent clinician, and I wanted to make a difference in the lifespan of an individual, because I understood that a support of a speech language pathologist cuts across the lifespan basically. So that's why I decided I wanted to be very specifically a special school speech language pathologist.
Yeah, communication is so important, especially for these kids who might not have the tools or the means to communicate very freely.
Yes, and their communication needs change as and when they grow. And there's a need for constant support for the parents, for the individuals, and the children. So,
Yeah.
thinking about that is where I realized, okay, first is I wanted to be a person who contributes across their lifespan. And second is mainly autism was because it was social communication is what actually attracted me to autism. The difference between the social communication disorder versus the social communication challenges in autism particularly. But over a period of time, I realized that it is not just about social communication, but entirety communication in its entirety.
Right.
So that sort of was very exciting for me. It was very exciting.
Could you share a success story related to one of your students here at ASHA?
Yeah, here I had met one boy who was, I should say, 5 years old by the time I met him. And I could see that he was able to communicate in picture exchange and had moved on to become emerging verbal communicator. And it was exciting to see how we could help him expand language through picture exchange communication system. And I could also see in these 3 years how he was able to translate from picture exchange communication system to verbal communication and expanding language in verbal communication. So now the boy is learning to ask questions, what questions, where questions, when questions.
So last question. You are a speech therapist contractor here at ASHA, so you collaborate a lot with the teachers here. What advice would you give to other professionals when it comes to collaborating?
I think I still myself have a lot to learn on collaborating with the teachers, but I would definitely say keep talking to the teachers, keep talking to the individuals who are constantly working with individuals with autism and children with autism. That gives a lot of input about the changes and the development that is already happening in the child, apart from what we are trying to support with.
Yeah.
So constantly talking, trying to get information from the people who are involved with the child / individual day in, day out as much as possible actually helps us to modify our services to support them, to give better support to the individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important.
And here's Sujata, a parent working at ASHA.
I am Sujata. First, I working as a special educator in ASHA, and then now I am head family service.
Yeah, okay. And you are also a
I am
mother.
also a parent and as well as a professional.
Okay, so tell us about your son.
Yeah,
How
my
old
son
is he?
Falgun. He is 32 years old. He has autism with cerebral palsy. He likes music very much, especially film songs and Carnatic music. And he songs many songs in humming way. He is a non-verbal child.
Oh, yeah. What kind of support and services did your family receive when he was growing up?
My parents were in Bangalore, and my brothers are doctors. We could went to doctors with Falgun, children specialists, and the other doctors and all. Then we could know that he has a special autism and cerebral palsy. I took him to Nimhans for physiotherapy. At the time he did not walk and all. That's why. At that time we were in Ballari. His age is 2 to 3 years. And we shifted to Bangalore when he was 5 years old. We consulted Jayashree. Then we joined him to ASHA. We got services like special educator service and speech therapy and BOTI in ASHA. After 18 years, he joined the Navaprabhuti Trust.
The adult center.
Yeah, that is
Great. So, what are your goals for his future?
We think that Falgun has perfect skill like block printing, and we find an alternative taking care of him when we are unable to do it.
Okay, so you have a plan for him?
Plan for him, searching for him. That
You're searching, yeah.
if Asha will do that, he will join here.
Yeah.
Only. He likes Asha very much. When he comes to Asha, he is not interested to go home. He wants to be here only. Yesterday also he showed so many things.
Yeah. Okay, and what do you like about working at ASHA?
Yeah, I like to enjoy coordination, helping parents and teachers. I enjoy the cultural activities to give training and participating in cultural activities like dance, music and drama. And I enjoy to translate from English to Kannada.
Yeah. So, when your son was growing up, what was it like for you as a parent? Did you have to learn to accept his autism?
Yeah, first when I came here, that time I get depressed and all. Depression was very much at that time. Then I joined the course as a special educator course. Now I become to know God gives me that child because I will take care of him very much. I took as a challenge. Now I am facing everything.
What are some of his strengths?
His strength, he likes everybody.
Yeah.
He cooperates with us. Anywhere we are going, he cooperate with us. And for teaching him also, he cooperating for learning things also. Very helping those things. Yeah. I mean, he will help me also, keeping the vessels like that in one place. And segregate the fruits, vegetables, everything. So those things are all he is helping. Sometimes he helping to cut the vegetable also. Those are all I like it very much.
Yeah, that's good.
And he likes walking very much. daily morning and evening. He walks very much, and night also 3 times. Daily 3 times he walks half an hour.
Wow.
He give company to father also, for me also.
Good. Okay. So, Sujata, what advice would you give to other parents?
Yeah, first I will tell that acceptance is very important. Accept the child first. Then explore the abilities different and got trained also for the child. And then next one is be positive. That is very good. And other thing is communication is most important. And first find the skills child has and then develop the skills.
Yeah, good. Well, I think your role here at ASHA is so important because you have a son who's now older. And so the parents here can see hope for their children. That if they accept their child's autism and they don't give up and keep trying to teach them skills that they need, that they will grow up to have a good quality of life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In ASHA, I am coordinating for conducting the workshops and guiding the parents also.
So you're a source of inspiration.
And I am giving a push-up to parents also for these angles. Be happy, nothing will happen, be cool, be active and look after the child like this.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking care of us here and making sure that we have food.
Thank you very much.
And always giving us something to eat. More rice. So. Thanks for tuning in to Autism Knows No Borders. Our partners around the world are some of the most passionate and resilient people we know. If you're a professional in the field of autism services or a self-advocate wanting to make a difference, make sure to join our waitlist at SkillCorps.globalautismproject.org to collaborate with like-minded changemakers. You can find the link in our show notes. Thanks for listening. Take care. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community.
You've been listening to Autism Knows No Borders, brought to you by the Global Autism Project. You can find Rachel's notes for this episode and learn more about today's guests at autismknowsnoborders.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. By doing so, you'll be helping us increase awareness and acceptance of autism around the world.